the Fourth and Dirty. Nice. That was a good one. That was a good one. Welcome to Fourth and Dirty, guys. We did it. It wouldn't be a Fourth and Dirty if something didn't go wrong, right? If the Twitch stream didn't blow up, or if the audio didn't work, or the camera was blurry, or it was hissing and noise, something didn't happen, it wouldn't be a Fourth and Dirty. And that's why it's the first and only community-driven fantasy football show.
The best one.
It's episode number 17 of season 6. I am your host, JW. You can call me Jesse.
Host with the most.
You know, unless we're doing business, and then JW. All right. But it is November 26th. A little pre-Turkey Day action.
Mm-hmm.
We have a guest in the house, CJ.
Hey.
Woo. Welcome back. Welcome
what
back.
Up,
the original, some of the OGs. Kind of inspired us to start this whole podcast.
Hey man,
also,
hold it down for the stripes.
Yeah, also,
the stripes.
For some of our newer listeners, we do have newer listeners. Named the casting couch.
Yeah.
It's named because of CJ.
I came up with that on the fly. It was really
casting
easy.
Came.
Black leather couch. Just
it's not even black.
Was it charcoal, dark gray?
It's just a dark gray, but yeah. No, but I see why you will call it that though.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. You've done some research.
If you've done your research, you know what we're talking about. God damn. Episode 228 for those keeping one count. I think that was a good like spot.
Good transition.
Yeah,
right
transition. Yeah, segue right there. Yeah, the long count. As always, you can check us out fourthanddirty.com. That's our central hub. All things Fourth and Dirty there. Old episodes with CJ on there. They're up there. They're on the website. Go to episodes.
My third time. I think
third or fourth, something like that. You're a veteran.
Who has the most appearances? Guest appearances.
Most guest appearances.
Yeah, guest appearances. Adam don't count.
Adam and Evan don't count. Obviously, it would probably be Sam and Trav because they get the 1 a year min. Sometimes 2 a year to like wrap it up. Derek's up there. I'll have to go back and actually count. I've lost track. It's been because it's season 6. So like,
I haven't seen Derek this season. I remember him coming up through last year.
Yeah, we have at the start of the season.
Okay, I missed that. I must have missed that one. All right, my bad.
But if you want to check out any of those old episodes, that's right there on our episodes tab on our website. You can email the show at fourthanddirty.com, Jesse at fourthanddirty.com. We're on all the Facebooks, Instagrams, Twitters, all that good stuff. All right, all that good stuff. If you miss us live on Twitch, assuming we are live, and again, something doesn't blow up on us, you can I edit it, get it up to YouTube. It's also on your podcast players or anywhere you like an RSS feed. So Apple, Spotify, YouTube Music. That's so
weird,
so confusing,
but it's
kind
of
mouthy.
When I was before they made the switch, I think it was earlier this year. I was on Google just had their podcast app.
It's just Google Podcasts.
It was perfect.
Yeah.
Now it's YouTube Music. It's like it just feels weird in the platform and the interface. It feels a little odd, but I still listen and when I'm actually home, I stream and watch on Twitch. I prefer on Twitch because I can actually chat and talk to you and stuff.
Yeah. Speaking of Twitch, I see we got a few people here holding it down. Tim Cruz, the one and only. Thank you, sir. Appreciate you holding it down.
Let me jump in the chat right quick.
It looks like we just got a new follower, Josh. Oh, so up to 40 guys. See, that's a critical thing. If we get to 50,
that's the magic number.
That's the magic number.
And we can get ads, right? Something like that. No.
Well, I get paid for ads now.
You, of course.
But you guys,
actually,
more episodes will be available to you to listen back.
Right.
I can upload content.
Back catalog.
We get more chat privileges, more emotes, cool things like that. Right. So the affiliate helps all of us.
I've seen Twitch with that subscription stuff too. Is that what comes available after you get like 50, or is that
becomes sort of like an option once you get to that point,
okay.
And then if I offered more content and had more stuff for you, then you can subscribe to me.
You want to see my casting couch and who's on it.
Yeah. If you want to see the after party
and the cat
show,
just in time.
You could also always, just head over to the website and donate.
There's the cat.
Yeah.
There's the cat.
The cat is he's prowling somewhere around here.
Oh, he's right there. He tried to show me his asshole earlier.
That's what he does. That's what they do.
He does that. He does that. He looks at you too.
He does. But CJ, how you doing? Welcome back.
Thanks, man. I know I just kind of like messaged you in the middle of the show 2 weeks ago, and I was like, yeah, man, I'm down for that. The week of Thanksgiving, hell yeah. But no, everything's good, man. Still working for the health department.
Okay.
Doing the Lord's work out there.
Lord's work. Oh, God.
If anybody wants to make donations to make sure that people in public health get paid more, by all means do that. But it's impossible.
I need a raise.
It's not gonna happen. But the work, you have to have a little bit of a passion for the work and knowing that you're actually making a difference when people can't get access to certain things.
Right.
So I do find an enjoyment at that level of doing the
good.
job. And sometimes I get some crazy, hilarious,
Oh, you have got some stories
Yeah.
that, I wish we could tell, but we can't.
the subscribers, I don't know.
I don't know. Maybe,
We'd be
yeah.
all over
maybe
the place with
maybe we
that.
can, set some stuff up here.
We would lose the whole fantasy football aspect
Oh,
of the
100%.
show.
Yeah, that would go away. But
You let me tell you about this one time. These two women, and there's a dude named Charles, and I can't go into all of it. So, yeah. But I had to change all the names if I was to tell these stories, and yeah. So he was growing up in this place called Borlando.
yeah, totally. Yeah, totally not.
He went to Medgewater High School. What?
Yeah. Oh, we had some more. Josh popped into the chat. So I'm watching this instead of your kid swimming. Perfect. Thoughts and prayers to you, sir. Love it. Love it. The different 66 popping in. Evening, sir. Welcome, Mike. Welcome. It's good to have you. CJ, how's the fantasy season been going, man?
Man, so I always try. My perfect number is 2 leagues, right? I don't
try
like
to keep it condensed.
And the more it's tough. Like, I've listened to the show, and I know how many you're in.
God.
And Adam and Evan, like I can't do it, man. 3 feels like a good, like, that's my max right there. I can comfortably manage 3.
Okay.
Juggling is when you got 4 and plus for me. I know, you're in semantics, and you got the stripes, and you got the dynasty.
6 I care about, and then there's probably double that on ones I don't care about.
I mean, it's a season, so I've never seen you at the bottom. So skipping ahead.
I don't do that.
I'm in the stripes league. I am at the bottom.
You are basement dweller.
I just got my first win. That's why I felt comfortable
Legitimately
coming outside, right? I would have canceled.
Okay. Yeah, right.
I was gonna cancel on this, man. There ain't no way I was gonna show up if I was winless, but I just have 1 win.
Yeah.
It wasn't that much of an impressive win. I think Andy took it easy on me on purpose. Thank you, Andy, for that, man. I need confidence booster. I might, seem like I'm confident, but fantasy, I'm struggling this year.
Give you a Rick roll.
It's rough. So, in my other 2 leagues, I'm doing okay.
All
I'm
right.
like 6 and we're in week 12 right now. So
Yeah,
I guess I'm 6 and 6 in that
6
league.
6 or
And in my other league,
7 and 5. Or
I'm 7 and 5 in the other
Okay.
one. And I'm 1 and 10 in the stripes. Sadly.
Nice.
So I'm trying to avoid the sack. I'm trying to pull the infamous move, the Evan.
I mean, it's
Right?
named. It's named after.
We call it the Evan with the Heisman kind of pose. 'Cause
Yeah.
It's like he avoided terrible team. I can't remember how long that was, but he had a terrible season. And then at the end, when he was in the running for the tackle, he pulled it off. Like he won the game that he needed to win.
He won the one game he needed to win.
I'd rather not be like limping into the shit playoffs, the shit bowl with 1 leg, but it looks like I'm gonna be a mid-ish dangerous team if everybody's healthy on my roster.
Right, everyone's healthy.
Christian McCaffrey, that's the
Yep,
big thing, right?
it
So
is, yep.
why is my team so bad?
Where the fuck is this guy, Ben?
We're in our keeper
Take me
league,
outside.
right?
How about that?
Half PPR,
Yep.
keeper. Anything else that's really unique about the scoring in our league? That's the main
Not
thing.
for the
Half
for his context.
We have our other rules and stuff that we've
Yeah.
gone through in here, but those are the main things. And then, so my keeper for the last 8 since we started keeper, so
It's been Christian
has
McCaffrey,
been
yeah.
Christian McCaffrey
For
'cause-
second round.
And so I've been one of those people who have rode the wave of always healthy, always hurt, always healthy, always hurt, always kind of healthy. Oh, he's hurt for the whole season.
Yeah.
So it's hard to let go of the guy because I drafted him second round.
Yeah.
So I always have a first round draft pick
And
available,
Christian McCaffrey.
and then I can just keep Christian, and that's my second round pick. So it's hard to let that go.
Yeah.
Even this year, I'm thinking I have to let it go because you can't just keep tying yourself to this wagon.
Might
Because
finally be
I'll be
time.
doing dance moves like not Evan. I'll be doing dance moves like Rico. Shouts out to Rico. For 3 years straight if I keep doing this.
Yeah. Don't.
Yeah.
You don't want to two-peat.
I can't body roll that often. Shouts out to Rico. I mean, he was really. You saw it with the old ladies. the
He
other
did,
day.
oh my God.
And them ladies was like, hey man, I kept $5.
He got it. He got it for sure. Nice. Some other quick show news before we transition to some of our other segments here. Remember, we're every Tuesday, so we'll be back December 3rd.
Oh, that's close to a special day.
Yeah.
Do the
Pre-birthday episode for me.
Okay.
And Adam, our OG host, will also have a post birthday show right there. I'm trying to schedule something where either Evan comes on next week or I have both Evan and Adam for the birthday post party reunion. So I'm trying to aim for one of those two. TBD on that. But we'll be live on Twitch at 8 p.m. If not, like I said, you can always catch us on the YouTubes. I mean, we're on Facebook if you want to hang out there. Also, we had to postpone the Fantasy Football 101 and 201 recordings. G unfortunately got sick over the weekend, so I don't want to get sick before Thanksgiving. So I was like, fucking stay home.
Yeah.
No, it was I'm using her as a convenient excuse because I actually delayed. I wanted to make sure I got you guys the best content I could put together for if we're gonna do like a Fantasy 101 201 video class instead of just like the old articles and episodes that we usually refer people to. It's like, all right, let's try to bring it up to snuff. Right. So I at least got a first draft of a timeshare presentation ready.
Okay.
So we'll wait. Hopefully once she gets better, we'll schedule something up and then we'll have that ready for y'all.
Fair enough.
So
all right,
we'll get there. But of course, you know what time it is. It's that NFL news. I love the drum roll. That's really my game. Not a whole hell of a lot of NFL news, and we'll keep CJ up here instead of our usual news. But really, it was just this last week we had Daniel Jones requested a release from the New York Giants.
Boy.
He is now officially cleared waivers after getting benched. He says he wants to sign with a contender.
Because he deserves to be on a winning franchise team to lead them to victory. Goodness gracious. So
he's already turned down some options like the Raiders for sure. He's like, I'm not doing it.
He's too good.
But they weren't a contender anyways.
Who else does he think he's too good for?
I've heard like Minnesota. He's going to be backup. So whatever it is, you're playing second fiddle in case something blows up. So
Dallas is off the table, huh? The rival.
I would assume Dallas is off the table. You know what? I saw it really quickly on I don't like to, I try to give other shows props when they're good shows, but for those props I want to promote ourselves.
Oh yeah, for sure, man.
But NFL Insider is actually really good if you're looking for like crazy weird like deep nuggets on the NFL channel. I know that's behind paywalls, so I don't know, maybe hoist your pirate flag and figure it out. But it was just this like tiny little weird nugget I just saw like blip by really quick, and I thought it was hilarious. So another player who got waived, tight end Greg Dulcich for the Denver Broncos. They waived him. He's like, I want to play somewhere else, whatever. I almost fell out of my chair cackling because I was just like watching it while I was waiting. The fucking Giants signed him. So they said, hey, you know what, Daniel Jones, go fuck yourself.
Right.
Greg Dulcich, come on, bro. We need an extra tight end.
Right. That's what's missing.
That's what's missing.
We're all gonna click.
So
DeVito's gonna just eat it all up, right?
No, I was laughing my ass off when I saw that. Jesus.
Got him.
But let's get into our injury news. That is obviously a main segment.
I'm going, and I can't get up. Please, no.
An extra my leg for Tim.
My leg.
Running back David Montgomery left the game with a shoulder injury. I did see that he had a bit of a limited practice today, so he's kind of already fine. Running back J.K. Dobbins left the game with a knee injury. That was in Monday night's game. Fire up your Gus buses, because
here he comes.
I've heard it could be bad.
That's why you handcuff.
That's why you handcuff. We talk.
See, remember.
That's why we talk about it.
Pay attention.
That's why we talk about it.
That's why you handcuff.
To pile on to the Commanders' woes this last week.
Did they lose?
They lose to the Cowboys. Their kicker actually goes back on IR because he's so embarrassed. But anyways, they also lost both their running backs. Running back Brian Robinson left the game with an ankle injury, and running back Austin Eckler left the game under the concussion protocol.
Okay, yeah.
So
that's a tough game. You know, I really did not expect Dallas to beat any of their rivals, like because it's just been so bad. This like once you
no
you start
Dak
on,
either, you know,
on a roll of just bad kind of like unfortunate circumstances that just keep on happening. At that point, I don't expect them to pull out stuff like that, and they did.
No.
So sucks for you, Washington. I mean, you know,
yeah, right.
Y'all just need to just don't let them kind of sneak up on you because that's a bad sign. If somebody like that could get you, playoffs coming around. Are y'all really ready to close out? Are you
really ready?
Yeah, are you really ready?
Wide receiver Josh Downs left the game with a shoulder injury to insult for the Colts.
Yeah, it's tough.
Terrible season.
Are you still a Colts fan? Low key, a little bit.
Unfortunately. Yeah,
okay, hey man, brother.
As you can see, I'm repping Orlando City Soccer
I mean,
because
we always rep the home team, baby.
We're repping the home team, baby. We're dominating. We're moving on to
the. I got that on camera. We always Orlando Magic, Orlando everything to the to the fullest.
We're on to the.
Did you go to the parade yesterday?
It was right in front of my building, bro.
Did you, I mean,
I saw it. Yeah, wait. Also, the Orlando Pride, the women's team, won the women's championship. So soccer is finally
first
popping
championship we've ever pulled to this city.
Orlando, yeah.
Fucking proud of you, ladies.
Yeah.
The Pride.
So still low key Colt because it's embarrassing. It's like they give you like just enough hope where you're like, okay, I'm in. You hooked me again. You know, it's like a bad ex or something. You know.
Were you okay with Flacco? For when they said, all right, we're gonna start Flacco, and it was like, wait, what's going on with Anthony? Well, he's not hurt. Oh, there's something else going on. Were you okay with Flacco?
I found it embarrassing for all parties involved.
Right.
It was not handled well in any way, shape, or form. And whether Flacco played well enough or not to warrant,
you don't want that.
Yeah. It's just like I don't know, something else should have happened before you bench the kid. And you're a Gator. So
we're both Gators.
Yeah. So you've seen this kid play in college and come up. Like we knew there were some ifs.
It's very raw.
And now they're kind of rearing their head. And so it's kind of like. That's the classic. Is the coaching staff capable of developing this kid or not?
Yeah.
And now I have serious questions about whether they have the maturity to do that. And it has really nothing to do with Anthony Richardson. I think he's a perfectly good quarterback.
Yeah, I think so too. I think he's got the talent, arm, all the things that you would want the creative player to have. You just need him to just kind of settle in, know the mechanics, and know that he can't outrun and power everybody, but just find your thing, and I know it takes time.
Oh, 100%.
That's the other thing I love, like seeing rookie quarterbacks sit, not like immediately have to play. Caleb Williams.
Yeah.
Sometimes it works. Jaden Daniels. I can't say that that's going to be everybody though. But if you would have asked me at the beginning of the season what rookie quarterback would probably shine the most and the brightest, I wasn't thinking Jaden Daniels because I saw how he was taking some brutal hits because I watched more college than pro, but. Just still thinking, I didn't think it would translate, but it's been translating. I think he just has the decision-making ability, and I guess at LSU, who I don't think is a pro-style offense like that, but he's really shining. It's really shining.
Well, as we found out during our Beyond Nah show, Adam really loved Jaden Daniels, and he was like, oh, he's a rusher, and I never thought of him like that. But he doesn't play like the aggressive style like an Anthony Richardson or like a Lamar where he's like, gonna get down in there and hurt himself, so he's like he just scoots around, which is great for fantasy. Last couple of pieces of injury news here. Wide receiver Romeo Doubs left the game with a concussion.
Get well soon.
QB Gardner Minshew out for the season with a broken collarbone.
Tough.
Yeah. So the Raiders have already mentioned that Aiden O'Connell is going to be back out there, so maybe that'll help Brock Bowers out. Maybe. And then finally, tight end Jatavian Sanders. This is the rookie tight end for the Carolina Panthers. Everyone saw that game or the clips. He landed exactly on top of his head, and his neck just went like.
Ooh.
And so he left the game on a board, went straight to the hospital. So he has avoided a serious neck injury. Thankfully, once we get more news, we'll get out there. Yeah, it was just like he literally landed right on the top of his head, just and you see his whole body just, and you're like, damn, and he and then the momentum carried him. He fell over, and then he stood back up, and you're like, oh, okay, maybe that wasn't too bad. And then he nope, he went right back down, and then everyone knew. We're like, oh shit.
Yeah, nothing scary when you see somebody just go down.
100%. 100%. So thankfully he's doing all right. I've got no good injury news. None. You don't get any. But let's move on to our rumors. first is bad news. You heard about this one? Maybe if we get Derek to sponsor it, cross-sponsor it. Just a couple of, like, interesting things. Wide receiver Demarcus Robinson arrested for a DUI.
Gots to be more careful.
Don't
drink and drive, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah.
You know, it's always seemed silly to have all that kind of fame, so much to lose.
Right?
And money where you think you could buy a driver, rent somebody who can. And they still get caught up with this.
Yep. A lot of these teams have like ride services, all these things you can
built into it. Right?
It's like you're a fucking moron.
Call this number in case you ever need what? Yeah, hell yeah, I'd do that. Just don't ask no questions. Why am I picking you up from blah blah blah?
Don't just shut up.
Is the service available or am I just supposed to figure it out on my own? Don't worry why I'm coming from the sketchy side of town.
And I saw this, it like popped up, and I was like, okay, that sucks. But now it's actually, this story has sort of evolved a little bit. So the NFL has issued an alert to all NFL players about home burglaries.
Oh, yeah.
Because it going back, the news article I saw was Patrick Mahomes and Travis Kelce's house both got broken into, like a couple days up until the game.
Right.
And you're like, oh, that sucks. Again, I was like, oh, that sucks. I mean, no one wants their home broken into.
No.
No matter how much you like hate somebody's like, you're like, vote Pat Mahomes. You're like, I don't want my house broken into.
No. You ever been robbed?
No. Thank God. Evan has. It's fucking terrible.
My car's been broken into before.
I guess my car has been broken into.
Yeah, but I mean, it's like somebody in your house feels different.
It feels like a violation.
Yeah. I've never had that. I've never been stuck up. Luckily, thank God. Knock on wood.
There's some right there.
Let me reach for it.
Yeah, everyone knock on some wood real quick. Yeah.
Please don't stick me up. And yeah, man. But yeah, I've had my car broken into. But yeah, it's not fun. And they said that the Travis Kelce had like 10,000 or something like that cash. Just
sure, he had all kinds of stuff around. Maybe some Taylor Swift tapes. I don't know who the fuck knows what's worth in that.
Swift tapes.
The Swift tapes. Yep. So they put some news out there. I thought that was crazy. All right, guys. Well, it's time for Killed It and Shit the Bread, brought to you by Tim Cruise Travel Agency.
Woo!
Just the killed it part.
Woo!
Let's not mince words here because killing it in the travel industry is Tim Cruise Travel Agency.
Absolutely.
They got everything. They got cruises. Look at all these featured deals. Where are we going? Black Friday sale. SAIL. Ha! You got plays on words, guys. I love it. I love it.
Like that too.
But they have pub calls, Ryder Cup. If you love golf, Veterans Day sales. Tim's great. See right over here. Look, guys, if you go up to the top, new inquiry form, boom. If you fill that out, Tim and his team can help you out, get you all the information you need. They're not only just an agency, but this is my shtick. Travel advisor. He'll give you whatever type of advice you need.
So once you get to that destination, it's like, oh, you want to know what things to do. You want to go on the hike.
Tim knows all about it.
You want to go to the zip line.
That's how he helped Semantics with that pub tour crawl. That's right there. That was by following Semantics around.
Nice.
That was ingenious. Tim's great. His whole team's great. You can also do Disney vacations, Universal tickets.
Shuts out,
So they got
local.
Tim Cruise got everything.
So you can go far, you can go close, you can go distant. You need a passport, and you can just down the street, other side of town. Got your options.
There you go. There are guests hopping in on the pitch. I love it. So timcruise.com for all your travel agency needs. So let's switch over to our Killed It and Shit the Bed. Obviously, CJ, since we have a guest.
I am not in it this year. So, I mean, not this week. I am in it. I am in it a lot this year, but I'm not in it this week. Thank God.
Well, you did. You made the official Killed It list.
Oh, hey.
So that's good. But our top spot is in fact Adam with 138.60. I know. I'm sorry.
I can't get the song. I thought I was about to say I am the one. No.
You are the two.
I am
the only.
I'm probably the three. To be honest with you.
I am the one. The way your son don't need a gun.
God damn. Hurts, Kareem. Saquon Barkley having a just absolute crazy fucking game. He's having a record season now. Nico Collins, John Smith. What a great spot start in the Arizona defense. Yep. I like that. Good stuff. But CJ, you did actually, in fact, come in here. Wait. No, I had the other CJ. Damn it, I keep getting confused.
We do have 2 CJs now in our league.
I'm sorry.
Maybe that's why he took the good CJ juju, and I got some of the residual. I don't know, but I'm really off my game. I've never been 1 in 10. But shouts out to CJ. I haven't mentioned yet. What's his C stand for? You know what his C stands for? Chris? Calvin?
I don't know.
Me neither. Charles?
These are the questions.
It's in our
Andy,
chat.
are you in here?
Cantrell? Is it something? I can't remember. But if he watches, I hope he does.
I think that's his last name.
Last name's Cantrell.
So we just doxed him. No, just kidding.
Well, damn. Well, anyway,
no, it ain't like that.
I look forward to meeting you, man. And CJs, we gotta stick together. So
we have a guild of Adams and a guild of CJs now.
We do.
Amongst us. So sorry, the other CJ with a
It was funny in the chat.
123.76 points.
We had a white CJ and we had a black CJ. It was like, wait, are we gonna do this? Are we gonna keep like no, not that CJ, the black CJ. No, not the black CJ, the other CJ, or is it the white CJ? I don't care. I just like to say CJ. Let's just stick with CJ, and context wise, I'll figure it out.
Yeah, I was like, I don't think we need to qualify.
Yeah. If he would have started quoting Robert Downey Jr. from Tropic Thunder, that would have been hilarious.
Oh. I'm a dude disguised as another dude playing another dude. What do you mean, you people? That is such an underrated movie. I think people forget about it. You could never make that shit nowadays, ever. No, oh my god. Tropic Thunder is a
great one.
Time capsule. But the other CJ, god damn it, I don't know how to call it.
I'm sorry, man. I keep throwing it.
Not the one on our couch here. That's what how the fun of guesses are for. We had who really popped up? I guess Jalen Warren kind of went above expectations. Jordan Addison, Cameron Dicker, and the Tampa defense really pulling home for him. Knocking down Theron. I like it. Actually, Theron is our other killed it 116-46. Not enough to take home the W, unfortunately. But Devin Achane, Cortland Sutton, T.J. Hawkinson. Oh, the Houston defense, nice, 18 points. Hell yeah, good shit. But making it into our shit to bad list.
Uh-oh, here it comes.
Unfortunately,
my opponent.
Yeah, your opponent, Andy, taking the top spot, 88.20 points.
Anybody who loses to the winless team
has to be on the shit to bad list. Yeah. You
got him.
I don't want to pour too much on Andy because he's only lost 3 games, so he is
and one
essentially
to you.
Yes, he is essentially the Washington Commanders, and I essentially was the Dallas Cowboys.
Oh, he's essentially.
I hate to say it like that because I'm not really a Cowboys fan, but damn, how did I win that? Is really how you look at that at the end of the day.
How did you win? What, any given Sunday, right?
Right? I guess, but I'm looking Christian McCaffrey again, the guy I'm like banking my whole shit on. And I got the Madden curse because of the cover. That's why that's the only team they might come up with.
Yeah, so here's your Andy CJ versus Andy this last week.
When you get for running back giving CJ 6 points, you're on your way to shit the bed.
CMC is on the shit the bed list. Well, we'll be mentioning him very soon.
I see why.
But for Andy, Russell Wilson, Dwaddle, Kyron Williams not doing so hot. Marvin Harrison Jr., the rookie has not been living up to the hype.
No,
I'm not sure what you all expected would happen.
If anything, and I'll just go ahead and put it out there for the Stripes, my keeper, more than likely, based off of this team, this roster, would probably be Malik Neighbors because I think I picked him up like 4th round.
That's not bad.
That's not bad, which,
because obviously
he'll be a number
the Giants are going to go after a quarterback.
Yeah, hopefully a good one.
Well, when Malik's been healthy, he's been electric. So if they can get him a solid QB,
kind of frees up my feelings.
What kind of pick did you have for Malik there?
I believe it was like mid-ish 4th. I think like 4th-ish, 4th or 5th.
Guys, we're gonna do a quick little sleeper tutorial. If you click on a player's profile,
nice, they can show me.
It can show you. If we do some scrolling on a website, it's a little different. On your app, you might have to go over to the history tab. But right here, drafted by CJ with pick 307. So third round pick.
Third round. That's not bad. A keeper, a solid starting wide receiver who might be drafted in the first round next year, depending on how the rest of the season goes.
That's true.
It's not bad. So
that's not bad.
For now, he would take the keeper slot because I can't keep riding this Christian McCray.
No, I think it's finally time.
CMC, man.
The age is finally catching up.
He was like a dude in college. I was like, he should have won the Heisman. So I was always like a fan.
Yeah.
I still am a fan. It's just I know the injuries and the age, and when you start going to Germany, bro, for stuff, I'm like,
oh yeah, that's when we knew it was something was up.
What have I done? Why couldn't this have come out like in like early August? And I'm finding this out after I kept you.
Exactly.
Fuck.
Exactly.
I'm about to be shaking my ass like Rico.
Yep.
Shouts out to Rico.
Hopefully not. Again, anything can happen in the Sacco. Anything can happen. Other bed shitters for the Stripe League. I am also on the bed shitting list. Oh, what happened here?
It happens, bro. Don't worry.
89.82.
We've all been there.
My James Conner, Austin Eckler, Justin Jefferson, Cade Otton, Zay Flowers was not enough to do anything. I had Bucky Irving, Chuba Hubbard, Rashad White all sitting on my bench. I don't think that would have been enough to take down Adam, who took the top killed spot, though. And I'd already used my bend over reach around.
Who'd you use yours on?
I used it week 1 against Rico, baby. I was like,
fuck you, Rico.
Yeah, fuck you. I was like, take it, bro. Like, you brought this rule in, you're going to take it week 1. I ain't going down like that. So
yeah. It's rough.
You got to do what you got to do, right?
I mean, yeah, for sure.
And then lastly on our shit the bed list for the Stripe League, Theron. Where we go? I can't believe, oddly enough, somehow. Really? Was it Theron? No, sorry, it was Mike. I was reading a different league. 89.90 points. Kyler Murray shit in the bed. Jonathan Brooks. Oh, well, this was he got bent over.
He did. This is
Jonathan Brooks got subbed in for Josh Jacobs.
A nice 0.7.
Just completely destroyed his team. So congratulations, Mike. I hope you enjoyed it. It was fun watching. Yeah, right. All right, let's move on to Killed It and Shit the Bed for the Filthy Casuals League. That's our listener league. Taking the top spot is Mike, the combined team of Mike / Theron. The difference here in our chat. 132.38 points. Tua taking the top spot. We don't need no CMC. Devin Achane. Calvin Ridley doing all right. Trey McBride. There it is. Will Lutz in the Arizona defense.
It's a juggernaut of a team.
Yeah, taking the top spot here. Yeah.
That is filthy.
Disgusting.
And casual.
Disgusting. Filthy and casual. Yeah, exactly. Glenn, my opponent, taking me down 129.16 points. Saquon Barkley really just fucking me in the ass. I had an opportunity until I think it was the third quarter, and I was like, oh, well, there it goes by. And then he ripped off that last, I was like, thanks.
He looks like Saquon from college.
Jalen Waddle, George Kittle, rounding out Glenn's team. He moves to 6-6. I now have fallen to 5-7. I'm moving backwards.
I know how that feels.
I started terribly, and then I started clawing my way back, and now I'm like, fuck, I need to win the next 2 weeks, or I'm definitely not getting a playoff opportunity.
What do you think's been the issue mainly? You think just matchups and who you're playing that week, or has it been something?
Yeah, I think it's mostly matchups, and then my wide receivers. I didn't recently have any good wide receivers until I traded for Cooper Kupp.
Okay,
but shit happens.
Kareem Hunt. Who's your other running back? Oh, Mixon. Okay,
Mixon. Yeah, I had a lot of injuries. I had to survive through. Josh Allen's
and you got Chubb?
Fucking me. Oh yeah. Mooney, Wilson was garbage for a couple. It's like
on paper, that's a really good team.
On paper, on paper looks great. I've just been having some bad breaks and or not getting the right starts in, and then you're just like motherfucker.
Yeah. You guys don't do the reach around in this league, right?
No, none of that fancy shit over here.
We talk about reach arounds on the casting couch. Stay tuned.
That's for the after party, baby. And then finally, Scuba Jake taking our last spot, 121.50 points. Jaden Daniels, nice. Josh Jacobs, Puka Nakua, rounding. Okay. Few big heavy hitters taking down Evan. Evan and I were texting about this. He was like, "God damn it, so fucking close." Those close games are. I think sometimes those hurt more.
They do.
Then just like take an L. You're like, okay, I got stomped out by 30. It is what it is, bro. Lost by 0.5. I'm gonna riot. Where's my fucking stat correction?
That one dude who could have got that extra like
or like you're like, oh man, you swear to God in your mind, you're like, no, I swear at one point I was gonna start that guy. Why didn't I listen to myself? Or just shit like that. It's always fucking great. But landing on our shit the bed list for the Filthy Casuals, John, our season 1 champion. What happened? 74.80 points. Losing to Jody, so making a bit of a comeback. Look, Russell Wilson, Cam Akers, Jonathan Taylor. Yep, I'm on Raw, St. Brown, Josh Downs. I mean, that getting injured. Cyber going right back there. Denver, having a mediocre-ish defensive game. Just enough. Moving him to 4-8. I think he might be done. No opportunity now.
It's hard to get back from that.
It is hard to get back. Also on our shit the bed list is a Voodoo Man. Doing some scrolling. 82.48 points. Lamar Jackson could not save your team. Ramondre Stevenson, James Conner, Mike Evans, Jameson Williams, Travis Kelce, David. It's everybody.
Some names.
Tucker, man. Minnesota. I mean, it's a big name. That's a bad break. He's 8-4, so he just lost his 4th game.
Okay, you just said
that's just a bad break. That's a bad break. Can't do nothing about that. And then finally,
it's when you have 10 of those in a row.
So when you have all those bad breaks. Yeah,
you can't get 10 bad breaks in a row.
What happened to my team?
Well, you won't understand, but this week was different.
Yeah, right.
No.
And then I think he changed his username. It used to be Joe Blow, now it's Jake Blow. But the Hurts locker running out our shit the bell is Jalen Hurts. Doing all right. I mean, Derrick Henry with 14 points is still like a good week. I know it's like red, but that's.
I wish my running back did.
Yeah, right. But Justin Jefferson, DK Metcalf, Gadare, Reed, all shit in the bed for him.
Unlike for those guys too, Justin Jefferson's usually going to give you a good 8, 10.
Usually
more.
100%.
So, he had 3 in this league. Is this a full PPR? Half. PPR,
this is a half PPR QB heavy league.
Okay,
is really like the big thing, and also like they're penalties. They're you fuck shit up. Interceptions are like 2, you fumble that, -1.
Damn.
You miss a kick, -1. It's just like, don't fuck that shit up.
All right, I'm not bad.
But then you get, there's also, for QB, when I say QB heavy, it's like long passing plays, bonuses, first down bonuses, kickers. I think he's got a little bit of a, Evan tweaked it. And I was like, let's just leave it like that, baby. I was like,
I don't mind quarterback scoring a little bit more with the little juice on that.
Baggies come out and say hi.
Oh, you said he had a foot fetish, right?
He does. Obsession. Look what immediately he went for. Your shoe.
He went for the beef and broccolis.
That's why I told you to leave him on, man. I was like, he will fuck those things up. It's not on camera, what you can see. He's sniffing his shoes. Well, let's move on to the Semantics Listener League. Obviously, we got to start with League number 1. That's the cool league. That's the good one. The one all the cool kids want to play in. Taking home the top spot is, in fact, Josh, my opponent. Right? Nope, not my opponent. JK. Meaning, he took my top spot from me in Semantics. I'm mad now.
Oh,
Josh, 156.88 points.
How dare you?
Yeah, I know, right? Saquon Barkley popping off. Terry McLaurin. Noah Gray. Oh my God!
Hey, where's that guy?
What a spot start!
He says he is. I have been.
Tony Pollard, Cameron Dicker.
The Chiefs like him.
What happened here? Who is his? Oh, Kyle Pitts on bye.
That's it.
He's like, dice roll. Look, he also had the Seattle D on his bench, DJ Moore on his bench.
Damn.
I know he was like, I could have gotten to 180.
For sure. Like, lay it on real heavy.
But you did it. He's like, yeah, that's right. His opponent, Chase, is actually number 3 on the Killed It list for League number 2, 131.72 points. So, his opponent was killing it. He was killing it. Still got the dubs, Good to see. Chase had Bo Nix popping off, Devin Achan, Nico Collins, Jonnu Smith, great tight end spot start. Cortland Sutton, Denver defense, nice. Who was his no, that is his tight end. He was just like, I'm fucking rolling with Jonnu Smith this week. That's it. That's crazy. But our actual number 2 on the Killed It list for League number 1 is Shades, Trav, 146.48 points. Let's see, Aaron Jones, Jahmyr Gibbs, Jordan Addison, Zach Ertz, Jackson Smith, and Jigba in the Houston defense popping off, just stomping Tommy. Travie needed this W because now we see 6-6.
Okay.
He needs that these next 2 weeks.
These playoff positions. You know,
to get that lock in that playoff spot before we get into the I don't know. I want to say Royal Rumble, but I can't. You know, legally distinct.
12 teams, man.
Bout of 12 team playoff. It's ridiculous.
That's rough, man.
It is rough.
That's rough.
Shit in the bed list. You know, speaking of rough, Kenny, 53.46 points. My God, sir. Baker made. I guess 16's all right, but Tyrone Tracy Jr., Brian Rams. Oh yeah, Debo, Juwan Jennings,
too many single digits.
Disley. It's all. Oh, Chargers 0. Oh my God, could you have saved your team? Maybe
by not starting a defense.
Right. That was good. By not starting a defense. You know, there. Sometimes you have these like very humbling games, and you're just like, fuck.
Been there.
You start a whole roster, and it still like bombs out, and you're just like, man.
Mm-hmm. What else can I do?
Could I have done anything?
These guys get like,
oh God.
Good production. You still
also shit in the bed for league number 1. Carl, obviously. God, we've been talking about it all season. 71.30 points. Jay Daniels could not save your team because Zach Charbonnet, Tank Dell, Justin Jefferson, Roma Dunzier. Oh, come on. Carl, you're banned. That's it. I'm officially calling. I don't need to ask Sam and Travis anymore. This is it. This is like the 4th or 5th time you haven't started a roster. You're done. You're done, son.
2 in the same week.
As opposed to special teams. Come on. And you had 2 on the bench. Pittman, too. This is ridiculous. We got to have real competition. You're actually like starting a roster. You're here on a show getting roasted. You're still actively engaged.
Yeah.
Because there's a worse punishment coming. This is why we need a punishment for semantics. That's why I've been saying it. You got to deter.
A punishment. I'm saying I'm taking the shit serious, even though I'm on the verge of just being given the damn trophy for worst team. But it's making me still want to I'm like, all right, check the waiver wire. Drop that guy. That guy's not really worth it.
You know, that's what I'm saying.
Don't forget, like, oh shit, this Thursday game. Yeah.
Catch me outside. How about that?
Punishment works, baby. The punishment for fantasy works.
The dues and then the punishments, knowing that you basically paid to be embarrassed at the end of the beginning of next season. So just keep that in mind.
Keep that in mind.
Sometimes, like Rico, you pay $200 and you got 2 dances back to back. Just keep that in mind.
Just saying.
He
did kind of get a lot of it back when he won the championship.
I mean, he did.
But it took a lot of embarrassment.
Man.
A lot of embarrassment. A lot of basement to it. Barely skipping away from it.
Right.
You know, ding, 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 ding.
The Golden Girls trying to throw ones down your pants, bro.
Damn it. It's fantastic. And our final shit to bed for league number 1. Tim rocketing back down. Of course, you know, when you played me, you had to, shit all over me, but God. Mar Jackson could not save your week. Austin Eckler, Najee Harris, Josh Down. Yep, Xavier Worley, Henry. Yep, Cooper Kupp. Okay. Boswell and KC. Yep, just ooh. I mean, I didn't start Keenan Allen either, so I don't blame you for that one. That's rough, man. That's rough. That's just rough. Moving on to league number 2 for this Semantics Listener League. Killed it and shit the bed. We got Lee taking the top spot. Where he is, 129.82 points. Who we popped off more? Tony Pollard, DJ Moore, Terry McLaurin, Jonnu Smith, Hopkins, Denver. Nice. Like to see it. Good stuff. Good win over Tracy Claus, climbing your way back up, 6-6.
That's a hard-fought match right there.
That's a good dub. It's a good dub. Coming in at number 2, Sal. Dirty Hand Sal. He's hanging around, guys. I know we tried to ban him from the chat, but that was only temporary. 124.32 points. Stafford, Josh Jacobs, Aaron Jones.
It's 9-3.
Cooper Kupp,
Very nice.
Carlson, and Houston popping off. Oh, man. That's 20, 30-plus points from your special teams. That's a good fucking week.
I mean,
Yeah, he's moving on to 9-3. beating Derek down. Derek has been he's been cruising for a while. Oof. Derek's probably mad. He's real mad because Derek banned Sal a couple weeks ago. And that never looks good. That never looks good when it gets like swapped on you. And then our own Atom, 123.90 points. AJ Brown, TJ Hawkinson, nice. Jalen Waddle, Will Lutz. Hell yeah. Good shit. You did we're moving on to our bed shitters. Old Heather here, making quite a recurring appearance.
Oh, Heather.
85.06 points.
I've been there a lot.
Yep.
But you got a better record than me.
But she does 4-8. She's at least won 3 more.
Shitting on me.
Hey, you might be able to win 3 more.
I hope so.
I hope so.
So.
Yeah, right.
Hope so.
Tyrone Tracy weighing her down. Jaden Reed, Mike Evans, McLaughlin having a rough week. Yep, that shit happens. Our other bed shitters for league number 1, the actual top spot in league 2 is Adam. Sorry, I've got so many Adams. The guilds. Adam with 8 million M's, 78.76 points. Jalen Hurts, Mostert, Quentin Johnson, Tyreek Hill, Tucker, and the Chargers even 0. That'll do it. We'll do it every time. And then Jay Van Beers, our last bed shitter for league number 2, 91.76 points. Jared Goff, Najee Harris, Tank Dell, Travis Kelce, Juwan Jennings, Casey. Yep, that'll do it.
Mm-hmm.
That'll do it.
Mm-hmm.
So now everyone wants to know, because there's 2 leagues, what's the actual official killed it and shit the bed between the both of them? And I had to check this, I swear to God, like 4 or 5 times. I honestly couldn't believe that this was true. So all of the killed it's top 1, 2, 3 between 2 leagues, and all the worst shit the beds. So the bottom 3 across all 3 leagues, all were in League 1 this week. All of them. Every single one of them was in League number 1. So actual top spot overall, Josh, congratulations. You're taking the killed it this week.
Congratulations.
For those who don't know, in Semantics Listener League, if you win the killed it spot, you have the ability to ban somebody in the group chat during the Thursday night football game.
Very nice.
So, a little incentive for being the top scorer.
This group chat must be active all the time.
Very active, constantly.
Oh, yeah.
Constantly. One of the most active group chats I've got.
Well, how do you kind of behave? Are you more of a meme dropper, a GIF, like a slam dunk?
I'm GIFs.
Gotcha. Yeah.
I can almost talk exclusively in GIFs.
GIF game strong.
GIF game is
strong.
almost unparalleled. Yeah. Meme lord, obviously, being the commissioner, I try to get the conversation started. Yeah. Poke some people.
Yeah.
How you doing? Throw a grenade in there. Talk some shit, drop some gifts. What do what you gotta do? Yeah. Especially when you're also playing in the league, I feel like I have to do a little.
Yeah.
But sometimes I do wonder, much like our home league, is if the shit talking is backfiring, and I have the commissioner's curse, and I'm not gonna be able to win, until I stop. I have to stop talking shit. But I don't know if I can do that. There's 23 other people I can talk shit to. It's fun.
It is fun.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun.
It's fun.
It's a lot of fun.
It's fun when you're winning.
Especially when you're winning. Yeah.
I haven't had a lot of fun.
Well, you can't shit talk then.
That's true.
Yeah. But our top 1, 2, 3 all come from league number 2. Josh, like I said, taking the top spot with the 156.88. Trav at number 2. Sade's 146.48 points. Chase at number 3 in the loss. 2 Josh, 131.72 points. And then our bed shitters, Kenny. Again, 53.46 points is our worst. Carl's actually at second to last with 71.30 points. And then Tim, 74.58 points, rounds out our killed it and shit the bed for this Semantics Listener League. That's crazy. I checked it over and over again. I was just like, there's no fucking way. There's no way. Going back and forth. I must be reading this wrong, or I'm getting the decimal mixed up or something. Pulling it up on multiple screens, going, no, that is definitely what is fucking happening here, guys. That is definitely what's happening. All right, gang. Well, let's move on to our killed it and shit the bed for the players. I'm gonna stall here for a second while I get the players all queued up. We want week number 12. Thank you, Sleeper. We appreciate it.
Well, we definitely know Saquon's going to be somewhere at the top of
for sure. Do you want to start with running backs? We can mix it up a little bit.
So I love running backs.
You
Make
do it.
running backs great again. That's what Saquon's doing.
Make RBs great
He's
again.
going to make the market for a capable running back better, hopefully.
I am the one, the way your son don't need a
I mean, he takes the top spot this week. Saquon Barkley with that 44 fantasy, depending on your scoring format, just absolutely ridiculous. 26 for 255 and 2, another 4 for 47 through the air. Just having a resurgence of a career.
Speed and power.
In Philadelphia. He's got Baltimore, Carolina, Pitt coming up. I mean, you're going to start him regardless. I don't know. Who cares about the matchup
don't worry
is.
about the matchup.
Yeah,
I mean, even with a good run defense, just play it.
Erroneous.
He'll make a play. He's that good. He is.
He will. He leaped it over someone backwards.
Man.
And they've already made
Man.
well, besides the memes, and I've got some queued up. I gotta wait for them. But someone made a statue of it, or for you can give. It's fantastic. Our other killed it for running backs: Josh Jacobs, Jahmyr Gibbs, Bucky Irving, and Tony Pollard, rounding out our top 5. As long as Josh Jacobs is healthy, I mean, obviously we're going to keep rolling out. He's got a top 10 spot here. I mean, at this point, some of your top 10 running backs, we're no longer really looking at matchups. You're going to roll them out anyways.
Yeah.
Are you? Do you believe in the start your studs sort of mentality?
Yeah, I do. Go with the hot hand.
Yeah.
Especially because even last year, let's go back to CMC. God bless him. Last year, this time of year, I believe he had a bit of a touchdown streak. So at that point, yes, he was healthy and getting consistently 13, 14 pounds. But, you see the matchup. It's they're just going to load the box, and maybe I shouldn't start him. But he's on that streak, and they want to keep, as a franchise, I guess, keep his streak going. So I know they're going to at least give him maybe a garbage touchdown. I'll play you.
Try.
If I know that's kind of going, I know I'm going to play you. So, yeah, stuff like that. Studs. Keep going with the studs.
Keep going with your studs. All right. One that I it's been vexing me for a while, and I think maybe it's finally time to really dig into it. Bucky Irving. We've had a split backfield in Tampa for a bit, but I think what people aren't noticing is the tick up in work.
Mm-hmm.
He is now finally outsnapped Rashad White.
Mm-hmm.
So is it time? Can we is he taking over this backfield? Is he the top dog?
He probably is the wave of the future. It kind of reminds me of looking back at some of the other two-head monsters we've seen in the past with the Buccaneers, or other teams in the league. But yeah, I think so. I mean, as long as he stays healthy, he's got young legs. He can break tackles pretty
100%.
well. He's a pretty big dude too, so I think he can hold on. Yeah, I think he'll be the one eventually.
Absolutely, and that's what I think. That's another little tidbit I saw from NFL Insider. They're talking about when you're actually looking at what touches he's getting. It's when they okay, no, we want to run the ball. Who's the running back? Now it's Bucky Irving. Used to be Rashad White, but Bucky Irving is the bigger guy.
Mm-hmm.
He is going to get that work first, and he does get a little bit of pass catching work, which is nice.
Which is nice. Especially for fantasy.
And obviously with Carolina coming up, I think that's going to be a great match. Vegas, I mean, Chargers could be tough, but I think at this point, the couple leagues I have him, I'm starting him now. I'm no longer doubting it. Roll him out.
Yeah.
Trust him. This is part of the game.
Yeah. He would have probably been one of those dudes I had on my flex, just testing the waters, hoping I get lucky when he scores a touch. And now at this point, he has to be my flex or my starting running back.
Yeah, you're gonna want to start him.
Yeah.
Unlike these bums who continuously are fucking shit up for us, Jonathan Taylor making the shit the bed list again.
He used to be my guy.
Used to be all of our guys.
Yeah.
You know, where the hell is this guy? There he is. 3 points. This is gross. He I mean, I'm stuck with him. But look, RB 24 now. Just having an absolute shit season.
Yeah,
despite he got 11 touches. That's gross.
It is.
We got New England next. Bye. Denver. Not the great. This is not great. Tennessee. The better. Giants. I mean, I think a lot of this just has to do with Anthony Richardson, and when you have a rushing quarterback like that, it's going to eat into your workload.
Yeah, it does, sadly. But I also would like to say I'm not an NFL coach or a brilliant mind, but you do see the difference when you do have a running game with a running back that you can easily feel confident can get you 5 yards.
100%. You're like, this guy's got it.
It just makes the offense that much more fluid, and they should be able to do better. They should, because you see what happens when it does work. So
Yeah.
Figure it out, Colts. Figure it out. Get well soon.
Yeah. Christian McCaffrey making an appearance on our shit the bed list. I know you've brought him up a couple times this week. Like, what the fuck?
Been here one too many times.
Well, I think a lot of this had to do with the QB play. No Brock Purdy.
And he's on shit.
I know.
That's crazy.
Is there a correlation here?
Man.
We'll have to see TBD on what's going on with Brock Purdy, but Buffalo, it's not the best matchup. Chicago can be tough. Rams, Miami, Detroit. I mean, these aren't great matchups moving forward, but it is Christian McCaffrey, so we're gonna roll him out.
I am.
But I mean, you kind of feel like you have to, right?
I kind of put the whole farm on him, but yeah, he would be a flex kind of thing on some of those matchups, especially like the Bills. I see the Bills being a tough one.
Yeah,
real tough one.
Wrapping up our bed shitters and the running backs, Najee Harris making a little bit of an appearance here. It had to happen eventually. It was a garbage fucking snow game.
Yeah.
Shit happens. Joe Mixon making an appearance.
Yeah,
that hurts.
man.
That hurts, especially after those highs. I think he'll bounce back here with Jacksonville, then a bye. Finally get some rest deep into the season.
For
I
sure.
know the old man needs it.
Yeah.
I'm talking old man like 28.
28. I mean, running back years, man.
But Miami, Kansas City,
17.
Baltimore after that. So, the KC game might be a little tough, but he'll be fine.
He's still the guy.
He'll be good. James Conner also making a bed shitty appearance. I just, like to mix it up here.
JC.
Coming after a bye, you'd think he'd bounce back, especially against Seattle. But we got Minnesota, Seattle, New England coming up. Should be a decent slate, so I wouldn't stress about it too much. Moving along. Oh, I didn't show anybody in that stuff. There's James Conner. Boop. There you go, guys. I think people would rather look at CJ.
Yeah.
Let's take a look at let's mix it up. Tight. We're all over the place. Tight ends taking the top spot. Noah Gray.
Man.
Josh getting that
Killed
critical start. I mean, who would have guessed that he would have taken it?
Are you getting flashbacks?
2 weeks in a row.
2 weeks in a row. Are you getting flashbacks to the Patriots when they were running those two tight ends, and it's just like you didn't know which one was going to be more dangerous?
Mm-hmm.
Which, I mean, in this case, old man. He's old man. So
He's an old
here's
man.
this young buck doing his thing, and it's working.
It's working. I think a lot of it just has to do with the touchdowns. I mean, 5 targets, 4 targets.
He's already going to be a top 10 tight end.
25. He looks like he's 108 years old.
He does look like
old. I don't know why. He just looks old.
He's been teaching math to
Yeah.
middle school kids
Yeah,
for
exactly.
30 years.
Vegas Chargers, Cleveland coming up. That should be interesting. Trey McBride, Jonnu Smith, George Kittle, and T.J. Hawkinson rounding out our top 5. Kittle keeps doing Kittle stuff. He's been healthy. Look, he's a tight end 1. That's crazy.
He usually misses a couple weeks, right?
He
But
did. He missed week 11.
He's been pretty steady this year.
And he missed week 3. So only 2 weeks so far.
Good job.
As long as he doesn't bomb out.
Yeah.
That's gonna be a great find for anyone who took the chance on the 31-year-old.
Yeah, man. He's great.
Jonnu Smith having a little bit of a resurgence here in Miami the last couple of weeks. Surprising. A lot of touchdowns, but the targets 8, 11.
They like him.
Green Bay, Jets, Houston coming up. I'm gonna recommend him for Waiver Wire Circus because it's gonna be a garbage, snowy game up there. So short passes are gonna dominate.
They do.
Dominate.
That's why I like a running back that catches passes.
That's true. That's true.
For those games.
Moving on to our bed shitting tight ends.
There's a lot of them.
There's always a lot of them. I mean, we can talk about the very obvious one, Travis Kelce.
Yeah.
I mean, what's to say? I mean, Noah Gray got it instead of Travis Kelce, so not anything to I guess get bent too out of shape about. But when you also got David Njoku, like I just talked about in a snow game, so can we trust that type of play,
Right.
or is that more of a Pittsburgh thing?
Yeah.
Pittsburgh's got a pretty good defense. They do have Denver and Pitt coming back to back, so I could see David Njoku really shit in the bed here in the next couple of weeks.
Tough matchups.
It could be tough.
Maybe
It could
some
really be
Jameis
tough.
magic, but who knows?
Sam Laporta making another appearance. I think he might be droppable at this point. It's just really, you can't even be he's matchup dependent because Indy would have been a great matchup, and then he's not even involved.
Yeah. Yeah, he's hanging on.
Chicago, Green Bay, Buffalo coming up. Not the greatest. Kate Otten.
Yeah, he should have had a better game. Should have.
It's a couple weeks in a row with a bye. That's hurting. We got Carolina, Vegas, Chargers coming up. I think he's going to bounce back, once Mike Evans really gets involved in the offense.
I sure think so. Sure think so.
Get you.
That's out the Baker Mayfield.
Yeah, right. Dallas Goedert also on our bed shitting list, and Brock Bowers, the rookie. I did want to take a look at him real quick.
Brocky B.
I know it's the rookie's been on a ridiculous pace. It had to fall apart eventually. We got Casey, Tampa, Atlanta coming up.
Yeah.
I mean, we know Aiden O'Connell's going to throw to him, so I think we got better days for Brock Bowers.
Yeah,
we'll be all right. We'll be all right. Well, let's move on to I don't know where you want to go, CJ.
Did we do quarterbacks yet?
We haven't. We've got QBs or wide receivers next.
Let's talk about quarterbacks.
Let's get those pass catchers going.
Good.
Taking the top spot, Jaden Daniels. Welcome back, buddy. The rookie doing rookie thing. We talked about it at the top of the show. We've had quite a lull. We went all the way down and then back up. You know? I mean, Dallas is just atrocious, and so that wasn't really a shocker that he was able to, get a rushing touchdown, 7 for 74 and a tutty, and another 2 through the air for 275. Got Tennessee next, another easy.
Should be a cakewalk.
Easy. Bye. New Orleans should be good.
You never know.
Philly's kind of tough. Atlanta could be tough, so.
Will Levis go crazy? You never know. He could.
Will Levis has been a little bit of a hot streak, too, since he came back from his injury.
Extra mayonnaise and coffee, man.
No. Hold on now. Whoa, bro.
Bruh.
No. Do you also bite the banana from the wrong end?
No, hell no.
Hell!
Bro, the mayonnaise and the coffee is weird, beyond weird, and then the banana stuff seems serial killer-ish.
Thank you. Okay, I'm finally
like,
somebody agreeing with me here.
What?
That's creepy stuff.
Huh.
Rounding out our top 5 for our quarterbacks this week: Tua Tagovailoa, Pat Mahomes, Caleb Williams, Lamar Jackson.
Action Jackson.
Nice. This is all. I mean, like these are players we wanted to see. We wanted to see Tua finally have a couple strong games.
Protect your neck.
Protect you for sure. He's still out there making tackles like a dumbass. Pat Mahomes,
smoking that Joe Burrow.
This is the Pat Mahomes we want. 27 points, not this dumb 17, 15, 16 nonsense. I don't know what to do with him. Maybe it had something to do with the 60 rushing yards. But Vegas, Chargers, Cleveland coming up for Pat. The rookie. I mean, he's gonna be a rookie. He's gonna be all over the place.
All over the place. I got to stop betting on these rookies, man. Especially like quarterbacks.
Especially, I think that's the problem lately with quarterbacks is there's no development in college.
Man.
So they leave so quickly that they don't have the opportunity to really
win now.
And so then they come into the NFL and it's like, win now, do it. You better do it right this second. And if you don't do it, you can go fuck yourself.
Right.
It's usually what ends up happening.
We're gonna let you just kind of take the punishment.
Yep. We'll blame you instead of
we'll
the
start
obvious.
Seeing ghost. God,
bro. But how is Sam Darnold playing so well?
I know he needed that time to develop.
He needed to go to Carolina, wash the ghosts away, and then go on another.
The same thing might happen to what's his face, Ryan. Not Ryan Wilson. The dude was at the Jets, got replaced by Rodgers. Where's he at now?
Oh, Zach Wilson?
Yeah, Zach Wilson.
What is he playing for now?
Is he in Denver?
Yeah, I think he's
in Denver?
2 seating behind Denver.
I mean,
but Bo Nix has been playing well.
Bo Nix is doing great. So as long as Bo's doing what they're gonna let him cook.
Yeah.
But I think Zach Wilson was about to be like a Sam Darnold. He's gonna start showing signs of this guy.
Baker went to Carolina and then
Baker's another example. 6 or 7 years he's been in the league or something like that. You're seeing a guy who seems like the guy.
True.
But I mean, I can't say anything about Jameis Winston, can I? He's just, I guess he's an outlier.
Grab legs.
You go 30 for 30, I think they're just going to automatically make you a full-time second-string quarterback.
Yeah, I think so, right?
They know you can do it, but they also know you cannot do it.
Can't not do it. Do some double negatives,
Yes.
yeah. Speaking of not being able to do it, our bed-shitting QBs, Jared Goff taking the top spot this week.
What a alley-oop.
Yeah, no, that was actually a good segue.
There it goes.
Sometimes they're a little forced. That was a good one. I don't know what happened. Just disappeared against Indy. 26 of 36 for 269.
Just, I guess,
Chicago, Green Bay, Buffalo. That's a pretty tough stretch coming up for Detroit. This is going to be the real test.
Outside, cold.
Yep.
Cold.
Looks like they're all home games. They're all home games.
Oh, we're inside then. But then tough defenses. And
that's
tough
what I'm saying.
defenses.
Tough defenses.
And then he goes outside Chicago.
And he goes out. So he gets beat up a little bit, then has to go outside.
Yeah, that's rough.
Could be rough. Speaking of rough, Kyler Murray. being Kyler Murray, he's gonna yo-yo. I think that's what he'd be doing. Up down. We got Minnesota, Seattle, New England coming up, Carolina, then the Rams to round out his season. These are supposed to be all great matchups for quarterbacks.
Should be
passing
usually.
Yeah. So, I mean, he's gonna have better days. Just like, bro, you're killing me here with 11.
You would think on days when he really can't get it done with his arm, you would see him do something with his legs.
You would think so.
But then he just kind of stays in the pocket.
Yep.
I'm like, damn, man. Can't you just scramble for like 30 yards? Do something. But oh well.
We talked about him. Anthony Richardson also on our bed shitting list.
Get well soon, Ant.
Yeah, right. Geno Smith, Russell Wilson. Jordan Love's also on here. I kind of want to look at 15 is kind of like our cutoff, but Jordan Love's kind of been a little bit all over the place. Oh, so it's 14.72. How dare you round up and display that wrong to me, sleeper? Fuck him in here. Miami, Detroit, Seattle coming up. This is someone I'm not so sold on. He kind of is spotty and
Mr. Love?
Yeah.
No love for Mr. Love?
No, and this I'm trying. And again, based on our conversation, is this him or is this the organization around him?
Yeah. Are you thinking that also because this is the third quarterback that we've seen that's become a starter, and it's like, are you guys really doing this? Is it you guys that's making this, or you guys just know how to pick them?
Correct.
Kind of thing. So
Yeah.
I see where you're coming from with that. It is crazy that you think like you can trace back on one hand how far. I mean, it goes back 30+ years. We can count on one hand how many quarterbacks for. Not every team can say that.
Yeah, exactly.
Not many teams.
So it's like, is this really the guy to take over for the next decade? Because that's the expectation.
That's what the job is.
That's the expectation. Yeah.
Shouts out Brett Favre. Shouts out to Mr. Aaron Rodgers.
Aaron Rodgers is one team change away from exactly repeating.
He's very close.
Brett Favre's
You
path.
think it might happen?
Vikings.
You think? Maybe.
If something goes south with McCarthy, because he's already had his second surgery.
That's true.
And Darnold maybe gets some money and is able to walk.
Okay.
Tell me the NFL writers wouldn't. That would be the fucking most funny fucking
Bruh.
Yeah.
Got him.
to fuck with us.
A full circle moment right there like that. Yeah.
And then give it like a year or two. Jordan Love to the Jets.
Oh, okay.
Oh, that would. Could you? Yeah, 3 in a row. Just
only thing missing would be you sent like a dick pic with your watch and like.
Yay! And stealing from welfare.
You got to steal a little from welfare.
Yeah.
Build a school or build something for your daughter.
Oh, hang on. We got a. What is this? Exiled misuse. Ooh, cheap viewers on. Do we want cheap viewers, chat? Is that something we allow? No, we're gonna ban this nerd. Deny.
Ban this man.
Let's switch up or round out our killing shit to bed with the wide receivers taking the top spot. Jordan Addison,
Woo.
26 points. It's
That boy good.
just smidgy 26.2, slightly
like
higher.
Benson Idris.
8 for 162 and a tutty. Got Arizona, Atlanta, Chicago coming up. I mean, he basically just stole it from Justin Jefferson.
It looks like that actor from Snowfall.
A little bit.
Hey, man.
Yeah. Cortland Sutton, Jalen Waddle, DJ Moore, and A.J. Brown rounding out our top 5.
Shouts out to A.J. Brown.
Yeah. Cortland Sutton's been on a bit of a hot streak himself.
Yes.
Since Bo Nix has finally clicked in. This is what we're like. Look at this. This is all double-digit points.
Another guy.
Double-digit targets.
Really good. Very good guy.
That's what we want to see. Cleveland by Indy coming up. Should be all good matchups.
It's consistent. I like
It is
Sutton.
consistent. A.J. Brown. I mean, he needs it because he's been out hurt.
He's been hurt a little.
We've had a couple of bad weeks, so it's a good bounce.
I need it back. I need that. He's on one of my teams.
You're all up in his shit, Peggy. Love it. He does love a good guest. Let's move on to our bed shitters for the wide receivers taking the top honors this week. Well, really, it varies week to week. It's a lot of it has to do with expectations. I always scroll to the bottom, as you see here. I work our way up. So we're like, hey, we're looking at expectations. Did you get targets? Did you not get targets? Ricky Pershaw disappearing again. But the one I wanted to point out was Quentin Johnston. The Chargers have been on a bit of a passing hot streak here lately.
Herbert.
Both McConkey
lad
is now in I believe he's the the top rookie wide receiver for like a lot of receiving metrics.
Yeah.
And and Will Disley is now climbing his way up there too. And you're like, what the fuck is going on over there?
I had a feeling Ladd had a good chance to shine in that offense.
100%.
I mean, he was fast as hell. He still is fast as hell. So I just knew that he could be a slot guy, and somebody would sleep on how fast he is, and he burned you.
That's true.
He's got some good games, some good moments.
He does.
As much as it pains me to say, because he's a Georgia guy, but
yeah.
Hey,
well, that's why you're shouting out Pershaw. We're like,
Ricky.
Deebo Samuel making another appearance on our shit the bed list.
Bo.
I know, dude. What the hell, bro? Killing us this year. I don't know if this has more to do with George Kittle being healthy and staying on the field, or the CMC. They're like, what? Do you have a take on why the 49ers suck so hard?
So I'll always say it's because CMC's hurt, because he's also why my team it sucks. So our teams are kind of both dependent on it. But no, we've seen the San Francisco offense. We know the best part of their offense is feeling like you don't know where the ball is going. It could go here, it could go out, it could go inside, go outside. When CMC is healthy, he is the Swiss Army knife who can run, he can catch, he can go out there and outrun your linebackers and stuff because he's too damn fast.
Yep.
Make you have to play smaller, throwing in corners and nickels and other guys, and then you can really have some fun by playing power football with those kind of smaller guys in. Like, you have to have that kind of Swiss Army knife running back to do that. You can't see Derrick Henry in that role do the same thing. The offense would look completely different. I mean, maybe Saquon because he's got a bit of speed and power. But, yeah, so CMC, I feel like, would open it up for everybody. But Deebo still should be getting more targets just based off of just how much they like to pass. So,
yeah.
Are you still sold on Purdy, or is it kind of are you 50-50 on Purdy?
I think a lot of it has to do with the system. Like, I bet you $10 if we had slapped him in Chicago, he'd be flailing around like Caleb Williams.
Yeah, it's true. It's true.
As long as he stays healthy, to me, he's been playing perfectly well enough. Like, you could, if they could somehow figure out why they can't win a championship, that last little leg, whatever the fuck it is,
whatever that is,
because he's there, he's already taking you there. So there's that one little
twice now in the last 5
I believe so, yeah. It's like you're right there.
Yeah,
you can do it. So
yeah.
Our final bed shitting wide receivers, Justin Jefferson, kind of like we mentioned there. It's just Addison took the workload, so shit happens. Where'd he go?
He'll bounce back next.
Yeah,
week.
he'll be back. I mean, it's Justin Jefferson.
On Thanksgiving Day, what are their? We got a unique schedule.
Oh yeah, we have 3 Thursday games and a Friday game this week. So pay attention, folks.
Is the Friday one on Netflix?
It might be.
Something strange is going on Friday, right?
Yeah.
Peacock or something stupid.
Somebody's gonna.
I have to steal from somebody to watch this game on Friday, or just go out to a public bar.
Yeah, right. Exactly.
It's one or the other.
It's got. How else are we gonna watch it? Our couple last bed shitting wide receivers, Harrison Jr., like we talked about. He's been all over the place. I think as long as Kyler's all over the place, he'll be all over the place.
It's true. Even when Kyler will have a good game, sometimes Marvin seems like, oh, I thought he was going to be like the number one. It doesn't seem like he's being the number one. So.
And then lastly, George Pickens in that Thursday night game. I just wanted to point it out because everyone was making fun of him.
Pickens.
Call him a little bitch. I mean, he got pushed out in the back of the end zone with in a fight. It was like that. God, what was that defender? It was for the Bears. Yeah, the defender who was trash talking the fans, and then Washington throws the Hail Mary and wins. It's like, what the fuck are you doing? Get in the game!
Yeah,
you're having a fight with the DB.
Yeah, right.
Go try to catch the ball. Stupid shit.
Do you think there's something in the water up there in Pittsburgh that just generates these receivers that are just a little bit more aggressive?
Maybe.
Than your typical
Maybe
receiver.
It's all the toxics from the steel.
Hines Ward, you know, he was one of those. Rashard Mendenhall was a running back,
another
right?
one, yeah.
Well, there was a Mike somebody who was really fast, but he wasn't really great at running routes, but he was a little loose in the head. Obviously, Antonio Brown, right?
Yeah, obviously.
And I feel like there's another one I can't remember off the top of my head, but Hines Ward, obviously, GOAT legend, and you didn't see too many receivers that like to block and get crackback blocks like him. Oh, he used to love that. You got to be a little loose in the head for one. Most of them just got to be a
little loose.
Don't touch me. That guy. Then you got Antonio Brown. It's a story of its own.
Story and a half.
It's up there.
Well, let's get into our waiver wire circus. Do you not know the circus song?
I need to practice that one.
Oop, that's the wrong one. We want the computer, guys. Per the usual, we use the ESPNs because they're still annoyingly the largest platform. But we were talking about wide receivers, so I switched it up. Let's go straight to the wide receivers.
Mm-hmm.
Find somebody out there for you. As always, I'm trying to find somebody like 60% owned or less. So, decent chance that I'm giving you names that are out there. So we have to scroll really far down, guys. We're right here at the bottom. So we're already on page number 2.
Drake London.
No.
I'm just joking.
Yeah, right. Yeah, I can imagine. Yeah, Drake London totally is on your waiver wire right now.
Chris Olave.
Yeah, right. Xavier Legette. He's got Tampa Bay next, 26D. I mean, the rookie will continue to get some work involved in the offense. Rashard Bateman, another long touchdown. I know Philly's going to be a bit tougher, but they've got the Ravens have so many offensive weapons that he's going to be the least of their concerns. So I could totally see him snapping another little touchdown here. And he's having a record year for him, so he's kind of hot. We talk about going with the hot hands.
Specs.
A big hot hand, Marquez Valdez-Scantling. They're
Valdez.
The Saints are coming out with a bye. He's had a couple hot weeks. I know the targets are low, but hey, coming out of the bye.
He's a big boomer bust guy.
Yeah, and he's also filling that Rashid Shaheed role that kind of disappeared.
Yeah,
so I can see it, especially if we're going deep.
For sure.
Oh, 100%. And then finally, it's going to be tough against Denver, but Elijah Moore, I know a little bit of a fall off, but he's getting so many targets that it's almost impossible to ignore the fact that he's getting that many targets.
Yeah,
and
I'm jealous.
And Jerry Jeudy might be gone. Cedric Tillman kind of fell off a little bit. So, it's if you want a little piece of that weird Cleveland offense, there's an option for you. Let's move on to our tight ends. Doing some scrolling. We gotta get down here low, guys. It's gross. But our option is a little bit better. Jonnu Smith's been playing a little bit hot.
Okay, all right.
Sometimes we gotta go with the hot hand. They got Green Bay 22nd, so that's a good matchup against the tight end. Taysom Hill. Again, the Saints are coming off the bye. We got to do some gadgets. We got to do some weird stuff here.
He might throw a pass.
He might run for a pass. He might catch a pass. And when you're playing the 24th D against a tight end, might as well roll him out. Same with Pat Freiermuth. He's got Cincy next, 31st defense. And then Will Disley has been playing pretty hot. He's way down here at 36.5% owned. Atlanta, 19th, so that's like bottom third.
Yeah.
So that's pretty good. That's going to be a decent matchup. He's going to get his work. And again, the Chargers' passing volume has been ticking up over time. So, like, you want to get a piece of that. They're going to be throwing more, especially with no J.K. Dobbins. Right. Speaking of, let's move along to our running backs. We got to do some scrolling, guys. But there is this, like, precipitous drop-off between owned and, like, unowned. It's got a wild. There's not a lot of like running backs that are like worth grabbing other than like Gus Edwards, obviously the fill-in. But we're talking handcuffs. These are all handcuff names I'm dropping. Gus Edwards because now J.K. Dobbins is hurt. Jeremy McNichols for the Commanders because both Brian Robinson and Austin Eckler are hurt. And he's also popped off once or twice this year too.
If you plan for that, God bless you.
Yeah, exactly.
You just.
And then it's more handcuffs, guys. Like go pick a top guy. Like if something happens to Chuba Hubbard, Jonathan Brooks might finally pop off.
Bang.
If something happens to CMC, we've seen Jordan Mason pop off. People are
Zamir White and Alexander Mattison.
Like go pick somebody. Trey Benson if James Conner disappears.
You feel me?
If you go to page 2, Justice Hill. God, something happens to Derrick Henry. Guess who just got Derrick Henry's backup? RB1. So go out there. If you don't have your top running backs handcuff, get them. If it's available, grab them. If you can't get them, take somebody else's. Screw somebody else's.
You should have a list.
You should have at least one lottery ticket.
Should know
at this point in the season.
There's some deep dives that really might not pan out, but you should just just plan for it because it's somebody's gonna get hurt. It's just a long season.
Oh, everyone! Look, guys, it's
a lot of stress.
No! I've fallen, and I can't get up.
No!
It's all gonna go.
No!
At one point, they need breaks. They might break one off when Saquon needs a little breather.
Yep.
Here come the backup. Oh my God, backup's kind of fast too.
Yeah.
Yeah, that can happen.
It can happen.
It may not feel worth it as he's sitting on your bench collecting dust for week 2, week 4, week 6. But hey, November. That's when it comes in handy.
And then finally, we got our quarterbacks. Got to do some scrolling. But this is tough. I don't like a lot of these names, but Anthony Richardson against New England. It's a bit of a middle of the road kind of game. I could see him popping off.
Yeah,
I could see it happening. Same with like Russell Wilson, Cincinnati 30th. So that should be a decent matchup. I'm a little bit hesitant with Russ. He's been falling off lately.
Mr. Unlimited.
Yeah, Steelers country. Let's ride. I actually like in the opposite of the Pats Colts Drake May actually surprisingly. I think our defense is very susceptible. It could be a good match. And then coming out of the bye, Derek Carr 17th. Why not? You know,
why not? Old man Carr.
Yeah, why not? I mean, unless you want Matt Stafford against New Orleans 10th, that's a bit of a tougher matchup. But
that is tough.
You don't have great options out here anymore, guys.
No.
You don't have great options anymore.
Yeah, it's not good.
It's not good.
It's rough.
It's rough. I mean, that's waiver wire for you.
Yeah.
If you're like, if you don't have a top quarterback, and you didn't listen earlier on when like I was telling you about Bo Nix,
right?
Like that was like 4 or 5 weeks ago, and here we are.
Yeah, here we are.
You should be starting him most weeks.
So I have a unique one league that's kind of quarterback kind of heavy because we can play. Technically, you can start 2 quarterbacks at the same time. They have one of those super flex positions you can just use for anybody. And I was meant to ask you this during the tight end segment as well. It's about because one of the guys wanted to vote and say, let's just remove the tight end's position and make it entirely and make it a flex. So it's like I didn't like it. I voted no. It was like it's part of the game.
Yeah, it's part of the game.
It's strategy. So that's you tell me about that first, but then you got to tell me that, and I'll get into the second part. But yeah, tell me your tight end thing.
I will also vehemently argue you can't get rid of kickers. It's part of the game. Like, if it's part of the NFL game, this is what we're doing here. Like,
it's we're trying to say as true to the sport, right? Like, I have to do the research and know, and if I'm going to sacrifice these early draft picks to get the best tight end, because everybody knows after you get like the top 3 guys, the drop off is significant, right? You go from expecting 12 points from your tight end to hoping.
Well, this season, all the top tight ends we thought were not the guys that ended up. I mean, unless you got Brock Bowers, Trey McBride,
true,
or George Kittle.
Yeah.
Are you happy right now?
Yeah,
probably not.
No,
Kelsey's blowing up in your face. Mark Andrews,
up and down.
Sam Laporta.
Yeah.
You're like, fuck
Noah
me.
Grace having a good day every
Yeah,
now
you're like,
and
what
then,
the fuck is this?
It's like here and there, but yeah, that other league with 2 quarterbacks. Obviously, I start one, and then the super flex quarterback with the ball in his hand, depending on who's available, I'll draft it. So the waiver wire gets real shaky because a lot of people have like 3 quarterbacks on their team, and that's like it's a 10-man league. Yep. So automatically you got like real slim.
Oh, we're like
slim
Tommy
pickings.
DeVito, just like
man,
hoping he starts.
Yeah, it's rough. So I've had to roster some of these names that we were talking about. Just as like a hope. God, please don't shit.
Please. Yeah, just 15 points. Get out there.
Jared Goff, just give me 12, man.
Please go.
The scoring, if the scoring was more, maybe I should reevaluate that. Since the scoring doesn't seem to favor quarterbacks like in your your filthy casual league,
filthy casuals league,
then maybe I should just be playing another receiver. If I can draft a good one, just more than 5 good receivers I can draft, right?
Yeah. I need to see some more. I want to see like the scoring settings to give you like a better idea. But if you don't have the 2 electric QBs carrying you, it might be worth another wide receiver.
Food for thought.
Food for thought.
Yeah,
Food for thought.
For sure.
All right, guys, that wraps up our episode. CJ, thank you so much for joining us.
Anytime, man.
We
I appreciate it. Stephen, short notice, I can just be like, hey, Jesse, can I jump on the show? Oh, yeah, absolutely. And, man, I'm here. I appreciate it.
I love a good live booking. That's never happened on the show before.
Hey,
and I've been asking around. I was like, have you ever done like a live booking? Like your shit's live, and you're like, hey, one of yours like, hey, you want to go on the show? Yeah, let's go on the show. Okay, cling, done, Becked. Yeah, like
man of my word, I'll do it. I'll do it.
He done did it. He's here. CJ, do you have anything you need to plug, or do you want to shout out?
No, man, I don't really have like a following. I don't even really do cool stuff like that. I do cool stuff. I just don't document it. So if you want to follow me on Instagram, I might bore you to death, but it's CWeave2. That's CWEAV, the number 2. And that's all I'll share. Yeah,
Yeah?
Instagram. That's the
That's
best.
the
Yeah.
Sensible.
I'm much more better in person, so just you get what you get on the internet.
You are. I mean, you are much more better in person, except for your fantasy league and striped. That is rough.
That one's rough.
I think you're gonna probably string another win or two, and then get the one bounce out you need.
Man, I hope so. Pray for me, man. Hey, Commish, I'll slide you an extra. I got until the end of the regular season to get that 50 for either the reach around or the bend over, but I haven't used it just in case. I was like, I might need this at the very, very end just to have one more momentum feeling win.
Maybe. Especially because you got a legitimate W.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. That I didn't want to pay for my first W.
Oh, that seems fair.
I had a pride thing, and
yeah.
I think it could have. I can't even remember who the first one would have been. It might have been Rico for all I know. Fuck you, Rico. But I didn't use it, so I'm still holding on to it. I know I don't have much time left, but I had to get the first win to be legit, for sure.
Okay. All right.
But thank you again, Jesse, man.
Of course.
It's always fun time.
We love to have you on. Any community members, if you guys want to hop on, you're up in the Orlando area, we'd love to have you. As always, check us out, fourthanddirty.com. That is our central hub. Bring it a little bit lower while we talk chit-chat. fourthanddirty.com. That's our episodes, articles, leagues. That's going to be critical here if you're in one of our custom leagues. That's it. That's where we're going to go for the playoffs to help track it because it's so custom, Sleeper can't do it.
No.
At least not yet. No, maybe one day they will. You know, it's like the Stripe League, Semantics. Filthy Casuals we just put up there to, let you know what's going on. But you can email the show if you got any questions, show@fourthanddirty.com or Jesse at fourthanddirty.com. Still a little informal around here for now. You can hit us up on the social medias at Fourth and Dirty, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. If you missed us live on Twitch at 8 p.m., I do get it uploaded on YouTube. And we'll be back next week on December 3rd.
December 3rd. There we go.
Already moving on to December. Jesus Christ, guys. Maybe we'll have that in one of these next couple of weeks. But if you miss us live, no worries. You can also check us out on the podcast players, Apple, Google, and YouTube Music. Cast the couch.
I warmed it up for you.
He warmed it all up for you guys.
I'll be in the ebony section.
You can donate if you want to help out the show. Here's a cool little Instagram feed for us. But yeah, I'm also on the social medias at Madonna Jesse, at Jesse Madonna. But we'll see you all next week.